What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Nick Smith back here, and welcome once again back to Cucumber Reviews. And as I just said, I am, of course, your host, Nick Smith, the owner and creator of Cucumber Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. As you can see, the movie behind me, I am here talking about Batman Under the Red Hood, which is the sequel to the graphic novel, Batman: A Death in the Family, where, well, as you can see, in this book, Batman loses a Robin. Now, I unfortunately have not yet seen the Death in the Family movie. If you all honestly want to send me some donations so I can get that movie on my Patreon, that would be great. But you know what? If not, I'll just eventually get it some other way. I really want to talk about that. But I'm not here to talk about A Death in the Family. I'm here to talk about Batman Under the Red Hood. I do not have the book, but I really want to read it. So, the people who brought this movie to life, you can definitely tell that they did their research because they were able to make the comic jump from the pages to the screen. Now, I've not read it, but I have skimmed through it at Barnes & Noble a couple times, and this seems pretty accurate. We have some really good animation that is done by the people who made this. Warner Brothers did an amazing job. I will say that the animation in this movie actually is sometimes a little wonky during the chase scenes, but other than that, the animation is great for the time. This did come out in 2010. Now, for those who do not know, Batman Under the Red Hood is the continuation, like I said, of this comic, but it is also part of a other timeline where after the death of Jason Todd in The Dark Knight Returns, which I did talk about that on my YouTube channel. You can go and you can find that on my YouTube channel. I'll put it in the description below. I'll make that the video that you all can click on after this video is over. But in the story of The Dark Knight Returns, like I said in that video, I'll go over it really quick. Bruce gives up being Batman after not being able to save Jason from the clutches of the Joker. And as you all know, he retired and he came back 10 years later. We saw a much older Batman. He has stayed being Batman. Nothing has really changed. Now, I know in this story, I don't know if any of you have seen the animated movie. Please put in the comments below, did they actually bring in Tim Drake? Because it is in this story near the end where Tim Drake comes in and becomes the new Robin. But that's neither here nor there. This is all about Bruce and how he is trying to figure out who is this new character, the Red Hood. The Red Hood is this new character who dropped into Gotham City, and all of a sudden he starts taking over crime. He starts controlling the gangs. He starts manipulating it to where they're not touching kids. He's making money, but he is basically using fear and murder, whereas Batman uses fear and just blunt force. Batman doesn't kill, right? But yes, so in the story, we are actually dealing with how Bruce truly feels about the loss of Jason Todd, how it affected him, how it is still affecting him to this day. It is a very touchy subject. When Gordon and Bruce are having drinks in The Dark Knight Returns, when Gordon mentions Jason, Bruce immediately cuts the ties. He's like, let's call this a night. You can tell that this is still a very hard subject for him because this was someone he could not save, someone he thought he could save, but unfortunately he was not able to do so. And the way that Bruce Greenwood plays, even though in all honesty I will say he's not my favorite thing in this movie, I honestly don't. Maybe he does better in A Death in the Family. You guys will have to let me know. I just kind of don't feel like he really did all that well. I feel like maybe he could have tried in doing a different voice because it feels like he's trying to copy Michael Keaton. The best thing in this movie is Jensen Ackles as Jason Todd as the Red Hood. He is great. We're hearing the voice of Dean Winchester going toe-to-toe with Batman. It's great. I bet you a lot of you are wondering, who would win in a fight between Dean Winchester and the Batman? Well, in all honesty, according to this movie, they would be pretty much blow for blow. Because, well, shoot, Jason and Batman are pretty much even, going blow for blow. This movie does deal with how Jason feels about Batman's code, how Batman truly feels about the Joker, and we even see a lighter version, more like a lighter touch of Ra's al Ghul when he's not, murdering billions of people. We actually do see that he has somewhat of a very touching side. Yes, he is I want to say a warmongering war criminal, or he might even be considered a dictator, maybe. I don't really know on that one. but he also is a loving father. He was trying to bring something back to Bruce, and unfortunately, it just didn't go well. It bit him in the butt because of the unknown effects that the Lazarus Pit has on someone who is dead. But we see how Bruce is trying to figure all this out, and how Bruce truly feels, how he blames himself for the loss of Jason, that he was not able to save him. Even when Jason even says, look, I forgive you for not being able to save me. And it is with this confrontation that they have in Crime Alley, because of course it takes place in Crime Alley. Everything takes place in Crime Alley, for goodness sake. Between the fight between Batman and Superman, between the whole entire thing of, well, this confrontation, during the whole thing in frickin' Arkham City, you run into Hush in Crime Alley. My gosh, everything is in Crime Alley. But we honestly see how damaged Jason is and how damaged he was from the very beginning. It didn't matter from the Lazarus Pit. He was always too aggressive, and he just never truly understood, and that's what this whole thing is about. Basically, Red Hood is a mirror image of what Batman could be if he crossed that line, and we get amazing dialogue in this movie about why he will not cross that line, why he will not murder anyone, especially the Joker, why he will not just take away the Joker. And it drives Jason insane. He's like, how can you not put down this death-worshipping garbage? And the way how Jensen Ackles is able to deliver, you believe him, you believe, even though I did not really like Bruce Greenwood as Batman, you still believe that the lines he's delivering are from the heart and that they really mean something. Because Bruce will not kill in this, and in this movie we get truly why he will not kill, even though I'm pretty sure he has put several people in comas, or, in the hospital, or, just not being able to walk again. But this is a really fantastic movie, and I am sure it's a fantastic read. I honestly suggest go read A Death in the Family. Go buy A Death in the Family on DVD. It actually has multiple different choices where you can actually see what would happen if you let Jason live. What would happen if Jason died and came back as a Red Hood but turned good, or something along those lines. You do get some stuff that they did not put in this film, and it is honestly probably a great movie. But guys, Under the Red Hood is an excellent Batman movie, other than the fact that I really did not care that much for Bruce Greenwood as Batman. The guy who played the Joker, John D'Amago, he did an okay job as the Joker. I did hear a little bit of Mark Hamill in there, so I don't know if maybe he was trying to do the exact same thing that Bruce Greenwood was doing, trying to copy the other actors on their performance. I honestly think maybe he should have tried something different. He was funny and intimidating. This movie also does show you, we know that the Joker is psychotic, and we know he is cruel, and we know he's evil, but we also get in this movie just how unpredictable he is, and even how someone as smart and cunning and wise as Ra's al Ghul, that he cannot even control the Joker. We get an amazing display of just how unpredictable he truly is. Guys, I give Batman Under the Red Hood 4 Red Hoods out of 5. Guys, I strongly recommend that you go watch this on any streaming service that you can. Read the book, read this, go read The Dark Knight Returns. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not be disappointed because these are great stories. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with another episode of Cucumber Reviews. Like I said, I am the president of Cucumber Incorporated, and I will always be there to keep you all entertained. Don't forget to stay phenomenal and oh my gosh, hold on just a second, guys. Oh, why does my head hurt so bad? Oh, shoot, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. But anyways, guys, like I said, put in the comments below, what do you think about Batman Under the Red Hood? Which story do you prefer? Do you prefer A Death in the Family, Under the Red Hood, or The Dark Knight Returns? I honestly want to know. Thank you so much for coming by. Don't forget to hit my Patreon. I will have the link to my Patreon in the description box below. Don't forget to check out my Facebook, my Instagram, and I got a Twitter. It was also the reason I chose to do this was because someone answered my poll on Twitter, and they said this was the movie that they wanted me to review. I hope that I gave you what you all wanted. Be sure to stay tuned because I will be coming up with another episode of Talk Inside the Ring very soon. And guys, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.